let me tell you guys the top 5 dating apps and what makes them different.
Okay.
So the first one is, of course, Tinder. Now, Tinder is the most popular dating app out there, known for its simple swipe left, swipe right feature, and it definitely caters to more casual relationships, I will say. Then you have Bumble. This is a female-first dating app, meaning that the women actually have to initiate the conversation before the men.
Oh, really?
Yes, so the men can't message the women, they have to initiate it within 24 hours.
Do you get to like put a favorite around the women or anything? But they just have to wait for her.
So Bumble's also unique because it has to be a mutual match. So
I like Bumble. Wait,
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Yes,
Okay.
and so this one is also nice because the women, it's female first. It's considered more empowering and respectful when it comes to conversations. Then we have Hinge. So Hinge is, quote, designed to be deleted, meaning they're focusing on more deeper connections by using prompts and more detailed bios to just have more meaningful conversations. Then our fourth one,
Hold up.
what do you think?
Yeah, what do you mean by it's meant to be deleted?
So that's their tagline, meaning that they are so confident in their skills that you're going to find a relationship and delete it.
Oh, okay. I gotcha.
It's designed that you find your person and get off. Not like, I hate this app so much, delete it.
Yeah. Okay,
which
gotcha.
is a thing, which is a thing.
Okay.
So that is another one. So OkCupid is known for their in-depth personality quizzes and compatibility-based matching. So less on the prompts, more on the quizzes there. And it's a little bit more, it's a different kind of app style rather than the swipe left and swipe right. And the last one is Match, which is the oldest dating app that there is.
That's an oldie but
it's
a goodie.
It's an old one. It's a traditional one, and it tends to skew with a little bit of an older demographic. So those are the 5 top dating apps, but I want to hear from you guys right at home. Comment along. Are you guys on the dating apps? I want to hear from you. But I also want to hear from my host because you're both married, and I'm guessing neither of you were in the age of dating where it was virtual. Am I right?
No, I was going to say in the age of dating apps. I'm like, how old do you think I am, young lady?
I was like, well, have you used a dating app is what I'm asking.
Yes, I was on the dating apps, but not the virtual dates. Not the virtual dates.
Which apps were you on?
I was on Match.com, OkCupid.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Okay. So
and then a few matchmakers out there that I knew as well.
You've used a matchmaker.
Oh, yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I would love to hear more about that because I've always wondered how it works in the sense of, do they have a select group to choose from and just kind of match you there?
Yes. So that was a lot of fun. However, I feel like you do have more control and more say in the dating app arena.
That's fair. Cami, what are your thoughts on dating apps?
I was not on a dating app, but I think, not to tell my age, but they were using the 1-800 numbers. Okay. So
Ooh, Cami's going with the old school phone calls. Okay. Wait, tell me more about that. How does that work?
I didn't do that.
Okay.
You know what? I was always an organic girl. Because, unfortunately, I'm pretty flirty. And so I could meet a guy at the grocery store, getting cat litter, picking up some coffee.
Yeah.
And I could never understand all my single friends were like, I can't meet a guy. I'm like, we just met 3 guys giving us towels at the gym. What is your problem? So I'd never thought about that. And so I don't think I would use a dating app. I think I would just be still organic.
I think so. I feel like you wouldn't need it. You're good going out and about there. Yeah. See, I used dating apps a few years ago, and I thought they were fun. You know, it's kind of like nice to have conversations. I got a few good dates. I have done some story times over on my YouTube channels about the dates that didn't go so well.
Yeah, those
I
were
also
fun.
see JLL in the comments. He actually mentioned from the last segment, he saw one of my YouTube videos about the sparkly dress. Yes. So shout out JLL. You know your stuff, and I'm sure you've seen my Bumble dating story times. But I have been happily single for so many years now that like maybe when I'm ready to get back out there again, I'll try dating apps. But
I mean, I really feel that dating apps, when I was looking for a husband or a significant other, it was almost like a part-time job, if not full-time. I mean, I really had to go into, okay, I'm just going to say yes to anything that I may think have potential.
Yes. You're like, could this work?
Let's just see what happens. And not every date was like, oh my gosh, is he the one? I just took it as, let's just go out and have fun.
Yeah.
So I really feel that like what your vibe is, you can kind of pick whether it's Match.com or Hinge or OkCupid. And then what was the other one? Tinder.
Yeah.
I'm really sad for eHarmony. Is that just like way off the market now?
It's still available. It's just not in the top 5. So maybe like cracking the top 6.
Do any of these apps deal with like social things, like hey, we're all going to meet together? Because I know there's some apps that do meet like those. Any of these?
There are not these top
Not
ones,
these.
but they do have more specialty dating apps out there. You know, you have your farmers only, and you're like,
oh yeah, I miss those commercials.
Yeah, there's also like coffee meets bagel. So they do have different niche ones. These are just the general ones.
Oh, just
whole separate thing. Yeah.
Okay.
But let me give you some tips for crafting the perfect dating profile.
Okay,
so
we're gonna need this stuff.
Yes, here's how you're gonna do this. Here's how you're gonna get people to swipe on you. The first one is to choose the right photos. So you got to make sure that your photos are clear, not overly edited. So don't be putting on silly filters, and that they are high quality. But most importantly, that they're recent. So one of my story times over on YouTube, I got catfished because somebody was using photos from 5 years ago.
Yeah.
They show up and it's not quite accurate
Were they
anymore.
that different in 5 years?
They were different. Yeah, I still had a great date, but it was like, hey, that's not quite representative of who you are. So we don't want to be catfishing out here. So make sure to use recent photos, but also a good mix of photos. So here's my special formula.
Okay.
You want to have at least one solo shot, at least one group photo to show your friends who you hang out with, at least a full body photo, so that way you're fully representing yourself, and a photo that shows one of your interests. This just has a good mix of some of your interests, who you hang out with, and are a solid representation of you. Because again, we don't want to catfish out here.
And none of those photos should be in this dress.
Dang, I don't know. I'm gonna keep it, style it, and prove you wrong. Okay, just you wait. I'm gonna go as a disco ball somewhere.
This is like your nest egg. Like,
We'll see.
I know who I am.
I was like, as sparkly as my personality. All right, tip number 2 is you want to make sure that your bio is compelling. So you want to keep it short and engaging, but you want to showcase either your sense of humor or what makes you unique. This is a great space to tell them more about you, but also be interesting. You want to give them something to comment on, something to message you about, and get the conversation going. A simple like, hi, looking for a relationship? That's not going to work here. And snowballing into that is tip number 3.
Wait, I want to piggyback on that tip.
What's your tip?
So if you have nothing interesting to write, that is your opportunity to get some interesting stuff going on, like taking a class, joining a meetup group, get some hobbies, because that's another way that you can meet somebody. Okay.
Exactly.
Carry on. Carry on.
That's helpful because
back to the activities.
My
Being
next
organic.
tip is that you want to be specific with your bio and your prompts. So don't just say, I love travel. That's boring. You want to say, my favorite trip was when I went to the Himalayas, or my dream destination is Paris. Similarly, you don't want to say like, I love staying in on the weekends. You want to be specific. Say,
I like walks
my
on the
perfect
beach.
date is a sushi night and watching action films.
Okay.
Like, you want to give something for them to comment on, but you don't want to be vague and boring.
Yeah.
You want to really stand out. And similar to what Rain said, the last tip I have for you is to use the prompts thoughtfully. So a lot of these dating apps have prompts that you can answer, which makes it easier for you. Now you have no excuse for, I don't know what to write in my bio.
Okay.
Answer the prompts, but be specific. So there's one question out there that says, the way to my heart is, everyone says tacos. That's boring. You want to be a little bit more specific.
Okay.
But the other tip here with the prompts, don't double dip. So if in your bio you said, I love to travel, I've been to Paris, don't then use the prompt that says, favorite place I visited, Paris. Because then, like what Rain's saying, you come across as boring. Like that's the only thing you've ever had, that you have no hobbies.
Yeah, it's systematic too.
Exactly, yeah. So don't double dip, and overall, be yourself and showcase your personality. You're looking for a potential mate here, maybe a first date, but also relationships, marriages. I've been to weddings from Tinder dates.
Really?
Oh yeah, like it's very successful. But
And Match.com. I've been to some marriages.
Match.com,
Yes.
yes. But it all starts with that dating profile. So I'm going to ask you guys your answers for prompts that are commonly seen on dating apps.
This is
So
good.
I didn't
Okay.
prepare you for this one.
No,
so
you
let's see how you
didn't.
guys
Oh
do.
my gosh.
All right. So here's one prompt. I won't shut up about blank. So for example, my answer would be, I will not shut up about Broadway musicals. I've seen almost 100 now. So it's like, shows something I'm interested, but gives them a reason to ask me a question back. So Rain, answer that question.
I would probably say I won't shut up about how much I love my cat, and then that would get me a swipe left, I'm sure. So I'd have to rethink my answers.
No, but that's the thing is that you want them to know you have a cat. Like, that's great. And they'll be like, what's your cat's name? Send me a photo. I think that's a great one. And it shows that you're a pet parent. That's nice.
This is really nice. You
I
guys,
can't shut up about blank.
I'm
Fill it
never
in.
getting a date because I'm never shutting up. I just never shut up. I just talk all the time, but it's fun, and we're gonna have fun, and we're gonna laugh the whole time.
See, Cammie, that's a boring answer to me. If you said,
See,
I
that's
can't
what I
shut
said.
up
I'm never
at
getting a
all,
date.
that's so vague. I feel like for you could say you can't shut up about cooking or baking.
But that's so boring.
No, it's not, because it shows more than you saying
And whatever you
anything.
do, don't put balls in there, because we know you like to talk about balls, but that is going to attract the
Salty sweet balls.
wrong type of dating.
Kind of balls.
wrong kind of balls. Oh my goodness. I think you guys, if you didn't have husbands, you would be great on the dating apps. I
Okay.
would swipe right on both of you guys. So
Thank you.
thank you.